When we think about Europe and the religious climate, there are a couple of things to bear in mind. One is that Europe itself is an interesting concept because actually it's only really a continent by virtue of the fact that it's united by a single story, which happens to be the Christian story. Because just simply geographically, Europe is actually only a peninsula of Asia. So that unity that comes from the Christian story is actually a very important part in defining the whole history and background of Europe. Europe is, in a sense, only a cultural reality, which is a culture formed by the Christian story. When we come to think about Europe now, it's actually in a very different relationship to that story, and it's probably best to think of Europe in four sections. So there's the north, which is broadly Protestant in its heritage and has now become very, very deeply secular. Then there's the south, which is broadly Catholic in its heritage and which for a long time resisted that secular type, but which is now becoming secular at quite a pace. And then of course there's the east, which is broadly Orthodox and interestingly much more open to the Christian faith. And then we have the Balkans, which is difficult to describe because it's got a very mixed heritage from Islam as well as from a number of expressions of the Christian faith, all competing for airspace. So four very different kinds of Europe. And then of course when we break Europe down a little bit more, we discover there are some countries that kind of defy all those descriptions. The Czech Republic, Hungary for example, they sit somewhere between those four Europes. And then if we go into individual countries, we find there's not a single country, but there are important regional differences. So Europe's a difficult situation to describe. It has this common Christian heritage now seen in four quite different lenses.